Hello, everybody. Burnedoutguy here, and welcome back to Foundry. Wow, 2.1 already. That didn't take long. Maybe a month or so, since I jumped back into this. Not too bad, not too bad. So I kind of missed the old factory. It was almost kind of crying and calling my name. I could just kind of feel it there. Oh, come back to us. Well, I'm here. Well, I'm freaking here. So let's find out what they've added to this game. Apparently, we have new techs, I think. Ah, there we go. Thermal generator, heavy explosives, the mining efficiency we never finished. We got rubber, aquatic hauling bots. I guess that's a new robot to do. Hydro farming bots. Oh, so we got some more all underwater bots. Okay. Marine, nautical, and we got super alloy production. Interesting, interesting. All right, so we can apparently put stuff in a queue now, which is nice. So we can put this stuff up here as a queue. Put that in there too. This I'll just skip for now and we'll queue that up. Looks like we can queue that up as well, which will be good. And then everything else is just kind of like on standby, I guess. Yeah. All right. So we'll start by researching that stuff, and seeing how that goes. Is there a new science to? Let me go look at that. So I have all the sciences, so there's no extra science required, which is good. Okay. Excellent. So now let's just wait for all this shit to get done, and we'll be back. I was looking through some of the stuff here, and apparently Tier 4 stuff now requires some of the rubber that they did. That kind of sucks. I hope that doesn't change anything with any of the freaking robots that we did. I'm kind of mad. um, okay, that's nice. So far, it only looks like it affected the Tier 4 belts stuff, which I'm okay with. That I can tolerate. That's good. Okay, so we just got to figure out how to make rubber. How do we make rubber? Did I unlock that shit yet? No, I didn't unlock that shit. Alright, so while waiting for some research to be done, I decided to go and upgrade our robot construction parts there a little bit. These ones, I added 10 more to it. Pretty crazy, I got an entire line going down here. And this belt is still not full. Isn't that insane? Like, that's crazy. It's almost full. Maybe like 5 more. Ugh, even that. Maybe another 10 would do. Like, that's insane. I just don't know if I'm making that many items. I don't want to overdo it either. But that's insane. I can't even fill up that belt with the amount of those I'm making right now. That's just retarded. What I did was I also took these ones here. We were making some of these waffle plates there. I sent them down here so they would help even out these rows here. So seems to be okay for now. I probably could maybe add another 10 to those. I'm running out of space up here though for them though. Figured like that would have been more than enough. But it's not doing too shabby. I guess we'll have to live with this for now. Hopefully the rest of the robot parts that we unlocked, they're not going to ask for that kind of crap. Cross our fingers. If not, we're gonna have to set up something else, like another layer on top of this. Ah, my god, insane. So we had a little problem with our yellow science here. I guess I had some. See my inventory here. I guess I had some iron on this belt. I think I know where it came from. I did at one point was screwing around with stuff way over here. Back here somewhere, I had iron coming in here. Yeah, it was right here. See, I had an extra belt, and it was like right at the end. And that's because this whole thing was actually right here. Every once in a while, it would find a hole, and it would throw one on here, and end up having a whole bunch of crap stuck into everything. I thought I fixed it all before for that last episode, but apparently I didn't. So I guess I'm snuck into where the science was and bit me in the ass. So that's why science hasn't been really advancing at the moment, is because we haven't been making the tier 5 science. But now we're making tier 5 science again. There, this might help a little bit too by upgrading them. Might make it a little bit faster and making some of this tier 5 science or tier 4 science. Yeah. So for now, we'll just remove the pump jack efficiency. I think it's still if I put it in there, it still retains the amount of research on it. I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't matter. We'll get into all the other stuff first because it just takes too long. It takes too bloody long. So it looks like all this is empty now, so we might have to start finding a supplement for this. I'm going to have to maybe either find another one and ship that stuff over here, or do we have enough? Okay, see, it seems like these things are still pretty damn full. We might end up having to add another layer of stuff here. These smelters on both tops, which probably would be a good idea, because then we might be able to send plates and stuff elsewhere as well, right? Just trying to avoid getting into too much repair stuff at the moment. If I have no choice, I got no choice, right? You're not a big deal because you were just feeding the main line, so this section can be like not a big deal. This side, what the hell are you feeding? Because you're still backed up. You're not fully depleted yet. But let me delete all this then. And then maybe what I can do is I can pinch off of this line, come down into here, and feed with this one. I think that would probably be a good idea. Okay. So there's going to be a little bit of a hiccup here until we get the tier 4 stuff going on again. But other than that, we should be fine. There we go, and now that's feeding this over here, so hopefully that takes care of that little issue and doesn't come to bite us back in the ass later on, but if it does, well, we'll try our best to do something about it. Our Fermilite plates are still not coming in too bad, I guess. Freaking crazy though how many we have down there. If I'm mistaken, there's like a crap ton of them. Nice, geothermal power. Let's go check how this works. They give me a thing? Yes, they do. This is a very efficient way to generate power through durable vents. So there's vents down below. Okay. Means we gotta go find these vents, build these geothermal things, put them on top, connect power to them, and we should be good to go. Ignium enriched water. Why do we need this? Oh, please tell me it's not for the geothermal plants. Yeah. Yeah. What? Oh, man. Oh, God. It's not hard to do, though, like ignium powder and that. I just gotta find a source of ignium powder near water near a vent. So we would have to find a vent first. Alright, so on my map here, I do notice that there is one geothermal vent there. There's another one there, another one there. So we have found them. And why? Did it reset all my scan map too? Okay, no. So here's the thermal vents. It's underwater though. We have a weak spot over here where we could... Okay, I think this area is gonna work out very, very good for our needs. It's relatively flat. I could put an elevator between the two of these markers. Where the hell are they? They disappear on me. So there you go. We got thermal 3 and thermal 2 there. But like they're at the bottom, so you got to remember that these are only surface markers, right? So we can build a nice little platform here. We can siphon water from the river here, and then all we have to do is find igneous ore. We look at our map and we go ore patches. Set up like 3 small ones feeding it if need be, right? And kind of do something like that. I think I can handle something along those lines. Alright, so now we got our little platform going on here. Now we just got to put it in an elevator. I'm just gonna vote for here. Looks pretty good. Let's say 15. Confirm. We did unlock a new thing. I believe that was the next tier of explosives. Because this can be very beneficial. I think this explosives blow up the rocks that are downstairs. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We now have the high explosives being created. And we just gotta throw this stuff into like a chest or something. Should be great. Grab one of these little ones. I don't think I really need a big one, so this one will be fine. Good stuff, good stuff. So now we'll be able to go back down below to where we were, and we'll be able to take these high explosives. We're gonna go test them out. And we're gonna go open up the area around these thermal vents. Then we'll look into making the thermal stuff and setting them down. It looks like we've given it enough time to get all the way down, but it looks like we've come across a little bit of a blockage. So that's fine. We can just fall all the way down here like this. Oh, look at that. Let's try out these new explosives. Let's go B for backpack. Toss this bad boy right there. Now the great thing about these elevators is they just don't get ruined from it. Now, that looked like it cleared like a pretty big area. Oh, that's great. Oh, rubber production. Yes, nice. Where was the vents? So here's the vents. So let me just try to clear an area around them here. This. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Yeah, now we're going to be able to expand our operation for the for our thermalite plates way better now. We'll be able to clear out a massive area down here, and we're going to be able to set them up all in a line and make them all nice and pretty. Oh my god, this is going to be great. That's absolutely great. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged. This is good. This is good. Let's see how we build these thermal thingy-mabobbers, right? Okay, so thermalite sheets. Oh, yeah, okay, they're not that bad. So we could do something. Oh shit! I don't want that way. I just bloody said it, man. Something like this. And then we can go you like that, you like this, flip you around. Oh shit, look at you, they're not even all in line. That's fine, that's fine. There you go, so this one's kind of set up, ready to go. All we have to do is bring juice down here, and I think it'll be making us power. Where do you hook the power nodes up to, pray tell? That's what I'm wondering. Where are the... Don't really see any. You feed it that, it makes... Oh, it vents. Okay, so... Is there like a multiple process to this where we're just making steam here and then we have to send that steam to do something else? Is that how that works? high density, impure. Oh, that was for making the rubber. Okay. So I think this is all just a rabbit hole in order to make your rubber, more or less. So if you think about it, because you could use the steam that's being generated from here, right? With some oil, and then you could turn that into high density holy mick crap, and then that becomes rubber with the liquid polymer. Liquid polymer was just that, and which is pretty easy to make. So yeah, so that's what it seems like it's rabbit holey for. So I think what we could do is maybe have the steam that we're creating here, right? We can have that brought to the surface. We'll see how much steam we generate with one of these setups, and then if need be, we'll go after the other one that's close by, and we'll try to generate more stuff. But other than that, yeah, I think we'll just try to make the gas for that. We'll take baby steps. I gotta find out my way out now. There we go. Now we got a clear path to the elevator, so now we got easy way in and out. Alright, so we need to make this stuff, the Ignium enriched water. This is done in chemical processors, so we need to make a bunch of chemical processors. Let's go back here. I think we already had some on us. Yeah, so this shit is just meant to be. That's all I gotta say. Alright, so if we look at our area, this area is just meant to be what we're doing. We have a good reservoir right here, and it's right on the surface. I don't have to go digging for it. Like, this one's minus 75. This is right at the surface. This is great. So we'll be able to siphon the oil from here to make both of the fluids that we need to make. Like, everything that we need to do here, we can do it from like right here. And like I said, we have 3 different ignium ore spots that we can choose from. So we can do like our entire rubber and the whole big shabam thing like right here. This is going to be awesome because, like I said, if we need more steam, well, we can pull the steam right from this vent. We're going to start with this one, but then afterwards, like, we can join it up with this one. So this is going to be like really, really good. I'm really stoked on how this is all going to turn out. So yeah, we're just waiting for things to craft here, and then or I think I'm all done now. So let's check this out. Okay, so first things first is I want to put the big tank storage close to here. Well, one of them anyways. I think this one's going to be the yeah, okay, so this one here is going to be for the juice that feeds all the thermal vents. Okay, then I want to make another one, and I'm going to put it like probably over here or something like that, and that will be for the one the first juice that we make. And then I think there's another one after that, and then we make the rubber. So we're gonna have 3 tanks over here. I just gotta go get more materials for the tanks anyways. And then if we take these things here, I was figuring maybe like 10 of these for just making the juice. There we go. So I'll try to figure something out like this to make that kind of gas. And then we'll feed that downstairs. And then the way I'm going to feed it downstairs, I'm just going to drill a hole straight down. And then we'll just make the pipe go follow that. We'll do it near the elevator too, so that way like we're not interfering with water or anything like that. So we'll do 2 pipelines, one going down and one coming up, because we're going to be generating steam from down there. And then we could put that steam right to use right away. I don't think we're going to need to back up the steam. I think that would just be kind of stupid to put the steam in a big container like that. We'll just use it as we need it. Yeah, alright, so let's go make a couple more containers. and then try to figure out how I want to do this. Alright, so the next item that we need to do out here is the distillation things. We'll just put them on top of that. It wants I'm just gonna like throw them out here. Like these could be completely, well, no, actually those would be fine. So we do need an entrance. So yeah, as long as these are facing each other, I think they'll be fine. We'll do something like this maybe. Or should we line it up with a tank? Yeah, we should line it up with a tank. So we'll just like, I don't know. I'm trying to leave. I want to leave myself some room so that way if I do need to expand upon it, maybe I can, kind of thing. Alright, let's go with something like that. I'll expand the floor afterwards too, because we're going to need to, because this is going to be for all the oil and crap that we're going to have to deal with. Oh, so there's two entrances. Oh, I didn't see that. Let's just put one down for now, and then... Oh, there's no power. I can't do anything like that. Anyways, we'll do just like a little mock setup of like what I kind of want to do here. There we go, and we'll go something roughly like this. And in this area, we're going to make the... Let's see, what kind of oil we're going to make here. We're going to make this oil. This impure high density oleumite. Strange oil. Yeah, so we'll make this stuff here, and that will go into a tank, and then this tank here, well, I'll expand this platform, and then we'll get ready to make the next thing. All right, so the next process is pretty much, well, roughly the same thing. We got to use these distillation things here. So we got to try to find them roughly, I guess, the middle somewhere. I line them up with these guys. Alright, and then the next one will kind of be something like this. So this wouldn't be too bad. This actually looks kind of nice. And then we'd actually start making the rubber right here. And rubber is made. Let's go see how rubber is made. Components. So we need the polymer. Oh, and the high density stuff. Oh yeah, that polymer was just the crude oleumite. So we might actually have to do another little thing right here with some crude oleumite turning stuff into polymer, liquid polymer. And then we could do like a rubber thing right here. Okay, yeah, alright. So let's build another little platform over. And I guess it would be, yeah, and then we'll set that up. Wow, I didn't think that was ever gonna happen, but apparently we're starting to back up on these robot parts. That's awesome. that really is awesome. I guess we've been doing something right, ladies and gentlemen. We've been doing something right. Okay, so here is the rough idea for making the that other gas there, the polymer, the liquid polymer. Yeah. So as soon as I'm done with making the pump jacks and the other stuff, we'll set that up. But we'll we'll set it up so that half of this circle, because it's kind of a circle, half of this circle is going to be for making the polymer stuff, and the other half is going to be made to make the high fuel or whatever. This crap. There's so many different names in here for fuels. The high density oleumite crap. We're going to need the oil for that. And then that just gets refined down into the density oleumite. Did we do that? Oh yeah, that's what this is set up here for. Yeah. Okay. But the first one, yeah, the first one is the high density. Then there's just this stuff. The good stuff. Jesus Christ, there's just too much shit. Alright, so I'll let all that go, and we'll come back when it's done. And I figure we're going to need a lot of these, because in order to make the rubber, you need the casting machine, so I'm going to make like 40 of them. I think that's going to be the best thing for us to do, is make like 40 of these guys, and then we'll be good to go. And then I think that will be enough, hopefully. Famous last words. I'm actually gonna like how this is done because each gas has to go in one on each side, right? Which is gonna make it really nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have an extension come off and go underground, and then it can pop one on each side. I think would be a good thing to do. And then we can just kind of like set them side by side, all of them, because it's just putting two gases or two liquids in and a solid is coming out. So I think this will be just fine. And then we could like put all 40 of them in a row. And if we need to make more, well, we actually have lots of room because we can obviously double this setup again, like here, and we could do it there. Because like these two could like share a pipe. I think if I wanted to do another one here, oh, sorry, I could put there. And these two could like share a pipe all the way across. And then I could have so many of them here, it'd be crazy. So this is a good little setup. The only thing I'd have to worry about is expanding is these things here, but I think we'll be fine. Oh, look at that, I already screwed up. Oh, you're friggin' talking. So this is kind of the idea I think we're gonna go for here. After we make our last two polymer and that other Olumet juice or whatever. Like I said, I'll bring the tubes underground, under the platform, and then we'll have them start here or over there. Actually, probably because it'd be faster, wouldn't it? Yeah, I could probably start something. I'll figure it out. Whichever's quicker, right? I might even just plop it off and put it into here, and then this one go underground and come out right here, right? It's gonna be pretty easy too. So, anyways, whatever. I'll figure that part out. Then the rubber can come out together. Probably in the middle, I would assume would be the best way. And then we'll put it into a chest. That way it can accumulate. And then we'll have it divide up into these things here. And then we could send it off to make whatever, right? So, down here as well, we have all of our pump jacks. So I might just hook them all up into one line too as well. And then pump all that crap through here, and then just separate it. That could be a thing too, and we'll see how that goes. Or maybe I could actually just split them up, like these top half and this row could feed here, this bottom half and this row can feed the second one. Sorry, yeah, okay, that works. Oh my god. Alright, so let's start getting all of these built, and then at the same time too, we still have to go and secure some igneous ore from way over there to build the first juice. And then water, well, water's just like right here, so we're not gonna have too hard of a complication with that. I truly hope that these are going to be enough to furnish like my whatever. If not, we can always build like a second row above it. And I was thinking about that, like all the other ones, instead of extending outward, we can just extend vertical too, right? So, which is probably the easier way of going about doing that. I mean, I think it'd probably look nice if we had a bunch of vertical different plants here like that. You know, look pretty sick. Alright, so let's get to putting all this shit together here. So we're on this side to make the first stuff here. What it's called? Ignium enriched water. Oh, that's it. We'll ship in the ignium from over there, so we'll make like another landing pad thing over there where we'll have ships come over here and drop it off. I think that would probably be the better thing to do instead of dragging a belt from way over there to over here. Probably would be better. Yeah, alright, so let's do that. Let's go after the ignium ore stuff now. Okay, so over here we have two igneous spots. I think we're going to take over these two spots, send them onto these carrier ships, and bring them back over there. This is going to be the goal. I'm going to add more platform to this as well, and I think we're going to power them by solar. and then put some batteries out here, and hopefully we can put enough of them that they'll just stay powered, and we'll have enough stuff, and it won't get interrupted. That's going to be the big plan. So I'm going to go ahead and set all this up now, and we'll bring this stuff back over there so we can start making that ignium water there and stuff. Oh, here we go. So this is pretty much all what I'm looking for. We're going to have all these robots collecting from here. Going to go into a storage. The storage will feed these things here, and we will bring them both over there. Pretty much all both the same are done. We'll show you the other one. There we go. These are all done. Now we just got to send some power over here. I'll go get some floors and some solar panel stuff, and we'll set up a nice little system on both of these, and then that way they should have enough power to do what we need to do. So let's go over there and do that. Alright, so we pretty much well got this all set up. All we have to do is connect this thing to there, and then do the same thing down here. This is probably like seriously overkill, but whatever. Well, this should technically power all that, and we should I wonder if it's because maybe this no power transfers over onto that. Even that side says no power. Offline, why? These, oh yeah, because the sun actually hasn't come up yet. That's why. That is why. So as soon as the sun comes up, these should actually start working, which should be very shortly. There we go. And all the robots are going now. That's great. So technically this should really fill everything up. Nice. And the other one up top should be technically the same thing. And it's okay if there's any gaps or anything like that in between all of this. Even if there isn't. Eventually, like... So you're getting filled up, even though... Yeah, that fourth line will go once all this backs up. Anyways, we're gonna program these two to go where I want them to go. So the destination, we're gonna call this Iggy Water. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the other one. That way these two go to the same place and they feed the same thing. There you go. Iggy Water. Perfect. Alright, so now let's bring this stuff back. And yeah, that's all going too. Perfect. Now let's start getting ready to make some Iggy Water. Alright, so we're back over here at this place. We're going to call it Iggy Water. So now we should have 2 vehicles coming over here with full loads to drop that crap off, which is awesome. So let us make a chest here. We're going to make one of these. Now all items in here are going to go into this chest. I'm only doing this so it unloads faster. There you go. So there's step 1 of the whole process. We can get the ignium stuff in there. Now we just got to bring up water, which probably won't be too hard. There we go. So now we got water going in here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. So now that means these have water. Now it's every first one that we have to put a pipe on. So let us do that. And here it's going to be kind of like every last one. There we go. Perfect. Now that should be making us that stuff, right? Oh, it's the... Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, wasn't paying attention here. Okay, so we can fix this. Alright, let's program these. Beautiful. Now let's put in some. There we go. This should be good enough. I don't think we're going to need anything more extensive than that. If we do, I will figure something out. We can't do that because that machine is in the freaking way. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, looks like we're losing one. And here we go. Now, all this should be going into here. We should be making all of that beautiful Iggy juice. There we go. Now we got Iggy juice being produced. That's awesome. 4 machines I think will probably way more than what we need here. I think it'll be good. What about this side? Are you doing anything, sweetheart? Or are the pipes too, Oh, there's no water. Why don't you have water? What did I... Oh, the pump thing, right? Yeah. I had a feeling. Feeling. There. Now we're gonna have water. Alright, so on this side, we need to put an exit, which I believe is this one. Okay. And it's got power. Then we just got to bring the pipes over. So it looks like I'm going to have to dig a tunnel down. It's a little bit unfortunate. And I'll also have to go get some more steel to make more pipes. But other than that, we're looking pretty good. So let me go and take care of that. Alright, so now if we go and we connect these. Oh, okay, I figured something like this would happen. That's fine. We can do. There's no power down here right now, so I'm gonna actually have to bring power down in order to solve this problem. Can do here, right? So there. Now if I bring power down here, we should be fine. So can I make one of those transformer things? Here we go. Okay. Now, let's see if I can get power from here without having to go around anything. See, I figured that's... I knew it. I friggin' knew it. Alright, well, that won't be a problem. We can fix that too. There we go. So now this will get power as soon as I get my ass up there and hook power up to this thing. So, if we put another transformer right here, go bam, bam, bam. And that should be putting power down below. So these technically should be working, right? What's going on here? Steam from geothermal vent. Okay, it's full. So now we got to exhaust, thus venting. Alright, so now we got to bring this stuff back upstairs. So let's do that. Alright, so now we got all the steam coming through here. Now we just got to bring this stuff home. We'll just follow the same pipe all the way back, and we'll be good. Now, instead of following it on this side, we're going to follow it on this side. Beautiful. Now we just got to go upstairs and drill the hole downwards, which is not that hard. This laser makes pretty short work of stuff. Even the stone's not that bad. There we go. So we made it all the way down. Now we're just got to bring all this stuff all the way back up. Alright, so now the pipe is a little stressed, so we're going to have to go back downstairs and unstress that pipe. So let's go on down and do that. The fastest way down is falling down. I go and I put maybe a pipe here. Wonder if that would unstress it. That looks pretty good. There you go, everybody. So that's pretty much all steam. Well, with the thermal vents anyways. But that's all the time that we have for today's episode. We did pretty good. We got a good little setup here. Next episode, we'll hook up the rest of the oils and we'll get making rubber. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.